So many deaths to win them. Again he tasted the wind and smelled it, but there was no hint of land. He searched the ocean, but it was dull, grey, and angry. Not a fleck of seaweed or splash of colour to give a hint of a sanding shelf. He saw the spire of another reef far on the starboard quarter, but that told him nothing. For a month now outcrops had threatened them, but never a sight of land. "This ocean's endless," he thought. "Good. That's what you were trained for, to sail the unknown sea, to chart it and come home again. How many days from home? 1 year and 11 months and 2 days. The last landfall Chile, 133 days aft. Across the ocean Magellan had first sailed 80 years ago, called Pacific. Blackthorne was famished, and his mouth and body ached from the scurvy. He forced his eyes to check the compass course, and his brain to calculate an approximate position. Once the plot was written down in his rudder, his sea manual, he would be safe in this speck of the ocean, and if he was safe, his ship was safe, and then together they might find the Japans, or even the Christian king Prester John and his golden empire, that legend said lay to the north of Cathay, wherever Cathay was. "And with my share of the riches I'll sail on again, westward for home, first English pilot ever to circumnavigate the globe, and I'll never leave home again, never, by the head of my son." The cut of the wind stopped his mind from wandering and kept him awake. To sleep now would be foolish. "You'll never wake from that sleep," he thought, and stretched his arms to ease the cramped muscles in his back, and pulled his cloak tighter around him. He saw that the sails were trimmed and the wheel lashed secure. The bow lookout was awake, so patiently he settled back and prayed for land. "Go below, pilot. I take this watch if it pleases you." The third mate, Hendrik Spetch, was pulling himself up the gangway, his face grey with fatigue, eyes sunken, skin blotched and sallow. He leaned heavily against the binnacle to steady himself, retching a little. "Blessed Lord Jesus, piss on the day I left Holland." "Where's the mate, Hendrik?" "In his bunk. He can't get out of his shite-full bunk, and he won't, not this side of Judgment Day." "And the Captain-General?" "Moaning for food and water." Hendrik spat. "I tell him I roast him a capon and bring it on a silver platter with a bottle of brandy to wash it down. Shite-house. Cut." "Hold your tongue." "I will, pilot, but he's a maggot-eaten fool, and will be dead because of him." The young man retched and brought up mottled phlegm. "Blessed Lord Jesus, help me." "Go below. Come back at dawn." Hendrik lowered himself painfully into the other sea-chair. "There's the reek of death below. I take the watch, if it pleases you. What's the course?" "Wherever the wind takes us." "Where's the landfall you promised us? Where's the Japans? Where is it, I ask?" "Ahead." "Always ahead. Gott im Himmel, it wasn't in our orders to sail into the unknown. We should be back home by now, safe, with our bellies full, not chasing St. Elmo's fire." "Go below or hold your tongue." Sullenly Hendrik looked away from the tall, bearded man. "Where are we now?" he wanted to ask. "Why can't I see the secret rudder?" But he knew you don't ask those questions of a pilot, particularly this one. Even so, he thought, I wish I was as strong and healthy as when I left Holland. Then I wouldn't wait. I'd smash your grey-blue eyes now and stamp that maddening half-smile off your face and send you to the hell you deserve. Then I'd be captain pilot, and we'd have a Netherlander running the ship, not a foreigner, and the secrets would be safe for us. Because soon we'll be at war with you English. We want the same thing, to command the sea, to control all trade routes, to dominate the New World, and to strangle Spain." "Perhaps there is no Japans," Hendrik muttered suddenly. "It's God-bewandern legend." "It exists, between latitudes 30 and 40 north. Now hold your tongue or go below." "There's death below, pilot," Hendrik muttered, and put his eyes ahead, letting himself drift. Blackthorne shifted in his sea-chair, his body hurting worse today. "You're luckier than most," he thought. "Luckier than Hendrik. No, not luckier, more careful. You conserved your fruit while the others consumed theirs carelessly, against your warnings. So now your scurvy is still mild, whereas the others are constantly hemorrhaging, their bowels diuretic, their eyes